This poem is from Song of Fear, a philosopher. To love the people and each woman, each man, to fight for their freedom when the enemy comes with his guns, to fight for their joy by hating them when insolent, self-satisfied with peace, they are joy's enemy. This is truth, where nothing true can be. And I was proud to live on this last tiny fragment from the decaying body of the sun that never rose. Proud, too, of being myself a fragment in the earth that covered him. All is patience. A world is in me, is exactly the world I am in, with its unremitting sky, blue, gray, or black over cities, its concerts of music, murders of composers, stasis of antelope, speed of concrete highways. And still in my world in me there is no time, no body, and no space. The weather is despair that follows exultation, that follows despair, and no night, no exultation resembles another. Buildings crumble daily to titanic splendors, the carved gems in a ring on an infanta's finger, mine. Sleet and sun fall through the walls as though they don't exist. And even though everything there is always new, the same dead have been wandering through it, hammering together its pyramids and forests, since I was born sitting in a vacant lot. I spend all my time struggling to let this world escape from its shrinking shell before I die. How little I've opened up, how little of it comes out, and that little changed, dulled. In the mirror, I can see myself frantic in the world I'm in, see stillness of dark eyes, lip sleeping on lip, time flowing motionless in coils of hair. And within me all is patience. The sky there does not crack with dread. Trees tangle in wind, but never in panic. A rabbit stops and eats. A hawk shifts its head, looks down. In crowded cities, people are hungry. Others eat. On the prairies, herds, wolves, and thunderstorms are calm. This poem, April Song of Fear, is the poem from which the title of its book, Song of Fear, is drawn. April Song of Fear. It rained tonight. Now in the streetlight the bells of one white hyacinth shine in the midst of a lawn from their tower a single evening built. And a worm has drawn its full length out into the warm soaking air, a thing so still, so soft, so easily cut in two, and cut unaware of the horror of being so. But I'm aware. Just as I saw the worm, I was striding swiftly, proud of my fluid beauty and my uncut male flower. And I remembered how someone that I know, not well it's true, not closely, fell from a tree in my native town. It was just last week, far away from here. Someone of an age with me. He was up in the tall apple tree cutting branches when the storm came over Mosquito, the man-made lake. The lightning flashed. He fell from the tree. All of his nerves were parted from his spine, and he woke up changed, a thing that sees and speaks but does not move, just such a thing as I've dreamed that I might be. He was a carpenter and an electrician. Now this is how he alternates his days. One day he plans machines to help paralytics. The next he spends crying, 7 days since it happened, or 9 days, I can't believe. Neither can I. But you, who have done this and have power, take my pride and give me power not to forget you, whoever you are, and repair your world before it comes to me. Division of labor. Not comforted by sights and noises of the earth, of course the blind man sees the lightless things, the deaf girl hears what has no sound. Those without arms reach the bodiless, touch a wall that is everywhere and yields, if ever, to hands like theirs. And the ones who can't understand, those born with heads too large and eyes too white, dressed all askew, roving like dogs in the street. Only they know the mystery of the others, the protectors, the tormentors, how strong and hard, how old they are, always hurrying, looking ahead to where there seems to be nothing, the ones who must see an end. Song of a Traveler. If only I could be the air that fills my lungs. It enters all their dark tunnels, their branch-roofed roads, and comes to every end, fills all ends with itself, and goes still farther, changed into a new world, the blood, flowing in calm, strong currents, bringing life. And not be what I am, a tiny wanderer along the forking paths and streams of my own body, with always a new turn to face, a new decision, one way to take, many others never to know, with always a growing envy of the air that gently possesses everything, but not as my hope does, which drags its horse behind it, and when sometimes it arrives at a place it loved from far off, it can't bear to stay there even long enough to cry or sleep, but trudges onward that same night. This poem from Song of Fear is called White Arms, and the you in this poem is the great poet Walt Whitman, and the poem refers to two of Whitman's phrases. The last line of Song of Myself, which is, I wait somewhere, I stop somewhere waiting for you, and the phrase, white arms out in the breakers tirelessly tossing, which is from his poem Out of the Cradle Endlessly Rocking. White arms. The white arms out in the breakers, tirelessly tossing, this can no longer be said. I stopped waiting for you in a time, a place where it can't be said. There are no white arms out in the breakers. Arms might still hold you here and might still break you, but not like the sea would. It is only now always a human breaking, torturing and complete. They all would laugh rightly if someone said, white arms out in the breakers, tirelessly tossing, someone longing passionately to say this, the only thing he wants to say. Yet you won't mock, absent head, oceanic breast, tender, desperate. You may be love or incapable of knowing, but they are your white arms.